Let me ask you a question. Think of your last hire that didn't work out, your last bad sales hire. How much did it cost you? Think about the salary, the benefits, the training time. Here's the big one. How about the opportunity cost? How much business did your competition win that they didn't win? What was the cost of a bad hire? Now, here's my question to you. What budget did that money come from? Do you budget for a bad sales hire? There is no budget for a bad hire. It's just a mistake and you eat it. Well, doesn't it make sense to invest an ounce of prevention on the front end, put a structured hiring process in place, get trained so that you eliminate the majority of those unnecessary costs for which you have no budget? People have budgets to pay salaries for people they're hiring. Here's the interesting thing. Here's what people don't know. They don't know that their problem isn't that they can't find great salespeople. Their problem isn't that there's not good salespeople out there. So what are the things you can blame a bad sales hire on, and what do people typically say is the reason? And actually, one of the main things people do complain about is there's just not enough candidates clicking apply. They don't have enough candidates to consider. That's a big complaint, or they don't know where to look. Where do I find these candidates? They don't know the skills they're looking for. It could be they don't have a screening process to uncover those skills. Where's the magic? All right. So that's another reason. That's a thing they blame. If they feel like they're not getting enough people, they'll increase the salary that might be above industry standards. And then because they lack screening processes, they'll pay that higher salary with commissions to an unqualified candidate because they didn't screen well. So the way they solve the problem is we're going to pay more, they'll get more candidates, but they still have the problem, how good is the candidate they're hiring and giving that higher salary? So they might try to solve it with salaries, what job boards they post on. So they'll try one or two and then complain, well, I did it here and that's where I'm supposed to, but it's not working. So they'll blame a job board or something like that as a reason they're not getting candidates. Very rarely do they blame that I lack the skills or I don't have a hiring process. In fact, I don't hear that very often. But at the end of the day, they just don't know what they don't know. Here's what they do know. It's expensive. It's time consuming. They're frustrated. They know that, but they don't know why they're having the problem or how to fix it. If you think you can't afford or don't have time to implement an effective sales hiring system, you don't have the time, you don't have the money to invest in a sales hiring system to help you make more informed decisions. I get it. That's a tough position to be in. I would argue you can't afford not to